Life in the village was simple and rhythmic. At dawn, the rooster's crow signaled the start of the day. Farmers took to their fields, women drew water from the well, and children with satchels slung over their shoulders made their way to the modest schoolhouse. The banyan tree, with its thick trunk and aerial roots, stood as the central hub. Under its shade, the village council convened. Disputes were settled, and festivals were celebrated with fervor. Among the villagers was an old man named Hari, with a beard as white as the clouds and eyes that held the depth of countless stories. Hari was the village's unofficial historian. Every evening, children would gather around him beneath the banyan, eager to hear tales of valor, love, and lessons from the past. Hari spoke of times when the village faced droughts and floods, of how unity and resilience saw them through hardships. He often emphasized the importance of remembering one's roots and the stories that shaped them. One particular tale Hari recounted was about a young boy named Arjun, who centuries ago had saved the village from a devastating fire by alerting the villagers in time. In gratitude, the village elders had planted the banyan tree, symbolizing protection and continuity. This story, passed down through generations, instilled a sense of pride and reverence for the tree and the values it represented. Years passed, and the village began to change. With the advent of technology, younger generations moved to cities, seeking education and employment. The once bustling village square grew quieter, and the banyan tree stood solitary, its stories fading into the whispers of the wind. One day, a young anthropologist named Mira arrived in the village, intent on documenting its history and folklore. Drawn to the tale of Arjun and the banyan tree, she delved into old manuscripts, temple records, and oral narratives. However, as she pieced together the fragments, inconsistencies emerged. Further investigation revealed a startling truth. The story of Arjun was a fabrication, a myth created to instill values and unity among villagers. The banyan tree, it turned out, predated the supposed fire by several decades. The real reason for its planting was lost to time, but the fabricated tale had served a purpose, binding the community with a shared narrative. Mira faced a dilemma. Should she reveal the truth and risk shattering the village's cherished beliefs, or let the myth continue, preserving the unity it fostered? She chose the former, believing that truth, no matter how unsettling, was essential. The revelation was met with shock and disbelief. Some elders felt betrayed, while others dismissed Mira's findings. However, Hari, now frail but still sharp, addressed the villagers. He acknowledged the myth, but emphasized its role in shaping the village's identity and values. Stories, he said, are not just about facts. They're about the truths they convey, the lessons they impart. In time, the village came to terms with the revelation. The tale of Arjun was reclassified from history to folklore, but its essence remained intact. The banyan tree continued to stand tall, not just as a symbol of a heroic act, but as a testament to the power of stories in shaping communities. The villagers learned that while facts can change, the values and lessons derived from stories endure. They began to share their own experiences, creating a tapestry of narratives that reflected their evolving identity. The banyan tree, once a monument to a singular tale, became a living archive of the village's collective journey. This story reminds us that while the veracity of tales may be questioned, their impact on our lives and communities is undeniable. It's not always about the events themselves, but the meanings we derive and the unity we foster through shared narratives.